favor the side of P3, which will be the LA Dweebs. So, see how that will end up playing. But let's hear the break off here.
Yeah, we are going to see both these teams actually break right for P1 right away because, you know, why not? Going to be a little battle going down in the middle of the map as well. As we're going to see our boy Geekle, I'm going to go with. He's going to pick up two, one with the pistol, one with the MP40, doing his inner shadow impersonation there. And he does end up dying, actually, though. So, you know, I mean, so far we got ourselves a good break out of the side of LA Dweebs, but Atlanta fighting back for sure.
Yeah, Atlanta fighting back. And if I'm the LA Dweebs and responding towards that P3 side, you can get a real good chunk of time here on P1. I know obviously P2 spawns what you want to play for, but if you can rack up a solid 30-40 seconds here off the break, you can really put yourself in a good position. But as I said, that you see the attack coming in from the Atlanta Dazed, 3 players swarm the hill looking for this player, Penguin, but Penguin able to get one for his troubles, so we'll get traded out shortly after. But with 10 seconds left, it's all towards the rotation. You see at the bottom of the map, 2 players for LA Dweebs are looking to get the spawn.
Yeah, they do get intercepted by a couple players from Atlanta in the back. They play their trades perfectly there. They're going to maintain those spawns. He stays in the back towards that back tank area to make sure they spawn up close. They're going to get ready to push through, and they're picking up all the kills on the map right now for the side of Atlanta. As I say that, though, Elite Drew going to push in and get one. Geekle going to push and get one on the hill. He's got one more pushing him from that side plat area. Reddington going to get that kill, but Elite Drew, he's in here now. Feels like these reinforcements are coming in quick for both sides.
Yeah, coming in quick. Atlanta Dazed will still get that preferred spawn towards the back tank, be able to come off spawn and get towards the hill faster. But it's LA Dweebs that have been able to slay out. They do flip the spawns in their favor and have able to break in the hill. But 30 seconds left, you see the side of Atlanta Dazed at least trying to send more presence here, hit the roll before they rotate new. But you see Brendy on her screen going for that long rotation, and this team does spawn up mid, so they will be here first.
Yeah, I like this. They're going to be able to get set up right away. They've got a couple players pushing them, including Orbit, who's going to be on this roof. He sees one cross, but he's got Pengu, who just ran past him. So Orbit going to sneak through. He's going to pick up that player in the back, and I was waiting for his teammates to push up here. He just stays a little bit passive in the back here. He's got one player pushing up behind him, and that's going to be Pengu, who came back off that top roof area. He's going to get taken down in the back. But Pengu, with this Volk covering this roof now, is they're going to be spawning roof for the side of Atlanta, but LA Dweebs trying to hold this down.
And trying to hold this down, you see last player alive, Geekle in the hill, trying to just play his life, wait for those reinforcements to come on through. While the side of Atlanta Dazed are being a little bit too passive for my liking here, as they're going to get pinned from number 3, Brendy, doing a great job. And you see they flip those spawns out towards that mid area. Great job by LA Dweebs there to just get the break, be able to flip on through. And you already see number 3 and 4 looking towards that new rotation. But just as I say, the Atlanta Dazed break on back. You've seen the trades go back and forth as the start of the game has gone. And relatively tied up, at least it should be after the scrap.
Yeah, I mean, looks like that's going to get broken right there once again because LA Dweeb's going to get a little bit that last 15 seconds or so. But Atlanta going to be kind of over towards this next hill. But, I mean, mainly it's LA Dweebs. They get the last of that time, and they've got the back spawn. These kills are going to get traded out pretty quick there. Only one player left alive. That's going to be Penguin in the back here. And his teammates are going to spawn up towards that P2 area as they're going to be pushing through Top Church and through Alley. But it looks like Atlanta going to be ready for this one as they start to pick up some kills, including the player in the back. But Elite Drew going to be up top, gets taken down. Now Geekle around the back. He's going to get taken down. Orbit just popping off for the boys right now.
Yeah, popping off nice 2-piece in there to be able to hold the hill inside of Atlanta Dazed. They do have those favorable spawns towards P2, and they got the entire side of LA Dweebs. You see what they're doing, trying to set up this pinch through field, taking their time, waiting for that push to the top of Church. Got 1, get 2, get 3. The last one left alive will be Dilly. Will get taken down by Penguin, and there's the hole from LA Dweebs. They've been able to break majority of the hills. It's just a matter of being able to rotate and hold them. That is, plagued them thus far in this hard point. It's why they're not up by a lot more points than they could be. But you see Atlanta Dazed, they're going for this old scrap time. Bit of a questionable decision, but they will be able to secure it, get 10 seconds there. But it's LA Dweebs who are set up to P5 first.
Yeah, I mean, with the way that P3 went originally, though, I kind of would have expected LA Dweebs to get a lot more time. I'm actually very happy with what Atlanta Dazed was able to do there. But, I mean, right now, this P5 hill is pretty much all in favor of LA Dweebs right here, which I'm loving. But Atlanta trying to push through this top comms area right now. They're starting to push in slowly. A couple players went towards middle. Dilly going to pick up 2. One of those being his teammate, actually, though. So maybe not as good as he would have liked. He's got one player above him. He's going to go for that reload, cancel, and he's got the pistol out. Dilly is popping off right now. He picks up 3 before getting taken down. And that should be able to allow his boys to push in as they get this hill time. But LA Dweebs spawning up close and fire.
Yeah, great job by Atlanta Dazed here to be able to break off into the hill. You see Dilly going big for his team, but Geekle coming to the side of well. I don't think the Atlanta Dazed picked this up. Able to get 1 for his troubles, but it looks like the scrap time will be contested. You see teammates flying on through LA Dazed when they go in these gunfights. Gets one, gets two. That's two down for the Atlanta Dazed, though. Winning to get that scrap time, which should at least make it a 5-point game after this first rotation. Should be relatively close. And the slaying as well has been relatively close. So, tightly contested matchup thus far.
Yeah, I mean, this game's as close as it gets. We're going to see Dilly and Orbit getting some nice kills on this P1 rotation. Gecko pushing in, gets taken down as well. And right now, really solid hold out of Atlanta. But, I mean, LA Dweebs going to do their signature move. They're going to try to push this in and take it over, even though they lose the rotation battle. But they've got one player playing around the back. That's going to be Raccoon Dog they've got to deal with. He's getting ready for P2 already. But the side of LA Dweebs pushing through the middle of the map a little bit, but Atlanta's still holding it down. But now LA Dweebs does get the spawn out towards that P3 side. Everything's kind of chaos over here on this P1 right now as these teams are trading out pretty well. But LA Dweebs going to get control of that hill as Atlanta opting to kind of play back a little bit, but it looks like they want to play for the scrap time once again.
Yeah, play for that scrap time. It was a great job, like you mentioned, Raccoon Dog going all the way to the back tank to able to flip those spawns. But in the process, they essentially were left themselves exposed to get broken on P1, which LA Duke took advantage of. But it's now a matter of, now that they've rotated to P2, can they do a good job of holding? You see Raccoon Dog trying to watch this push from field side. Will get taken down by Brendy there. You see number 5 going to watch their back while number 6 picks up the hill. While the LA Dukes make a conservative push through the back spawn. Brendy gets another big kill at the back. Should be able to flip those spawns in favor of LA Dweebs, which he has done, but now it's a matter of can they get the break.
Yeah, LA Dweebs completely encircling this hill right now. They're going to pick up the kills they need, but the side of Atlanta Dazed just running through comms and through mid-church alley. But yeah, I mean, LA Dweebs still getting the kills over here. They're going to get a lot of this hill time, but Atlanta pushing through that church side right now, and everything's kind of chaotic, but they're pushing around the back. There's 30 seconds left on this. LA Dweebs could get a good hold here, but I mean, Atlanta, they're getting a solid push here. 1 from the back, 2 from that mid alley, but 1 player's going to get behind them. That's going to be Pengun picking up 2, and that player in the back does end up rotating over, and Pengun going to pick up the 3rd there. That guy is a monster. And also Brendy on a 5 streak as well, as we're going to be rotating for this P3. There's already going to be a rotation battle in the back as Elite Drew is sitting as far back as he can. His teammates in a battle towards those roof spawns. Raccoon Dog going to be the one playing for those. But Elite Drew kind of in a spot to play spoiler here.
Yeah, he's in a great position, but he just has to be patient. He has to wait for his teammates to create an opening for him to be able to, essentially cause chaos. He's able to pick off that first player while the rest of Atlanta is going to search for him, get second. He's playing his life so well, and just like that, the LA Dweebs have managed to break into P3 and flip the spawns in their favor. Great job by the captain there of the LA Dweebs, doing a good job breaking that hill, but now it's a matter of what can the Atlanta Dazed rather do, trying to break on through. They're going to look through this push through the arches. They're going to just slide on in, gets a nice gunfight there onto Pengun, while the rest of his team pushes through the back spawns. That's 3 down the feed, and just like that, despite getting broken, they break right back, and Atlanta Dazed back in this one.
Another thing to point out is Brendy was on a 6 streak right there, almost got the 7th, but just barely got taken down right before he could get that kill, so they're not going to get that glide bomb, which could come in handy in these next couple of hills. As close as this game is, that could be a massive advantage, but we're going to be rotating for this P4. I mean, Atlanta's kind of set up for it as they're pushing through this middle, but LA Dweebs should be able to get to the back spawn before they get there.
Yeah, it should be there. You see them pushing through field. They're going to reach these players in the back. You see Gecko with a massive gunfight, gets some help from his teammates. They're able to flood to the back. Atlanta Dazed kind of getting swarmed and pinched in the hill. Raccoon Dog able to get 1 for his troubles. Gets 2. Can he get the 3rd? No, will get shut down. It looks like LA Dweebs will be able to break on through momentarily, but as I say that, the rest of Atlanta Dazed reinforcements have come on through. Elite Drew going to look for this pinch while the rest of his teammates break on through the hill. You see Able Brendy to get 1. Elite Drew looking for the 2nd, but will get taken down. Trades go back and forth, but it's Brendy making all the plays. 3 in the kill feed. Can he get the 4th? Yes, he can. He's been making all the plays this map for his team. Unable to get that one, but they've done just enough.
Yeah, they are going to hold this hill for the meantime, and Elite Drew making plays once again. That's a captain you need on your team, a guy who's willing to get down and dirty for the boys. He's got a lot of hill time, too, there with 1 minute and 12 seconds, and they're starting to get a little bit of a lead for themselves in this game. This P5 rotation is going to be massive, and that side of LA Dweebs is going to be there first. They're picking up the initial kills. They pick up the 2 players up top. Once again, Elite Drew on this 4 streak picks up a couple massive kills there. A couple more to deal with up here as they're pushing up from the Plaid side. He's going to pick up another one to go on a 5 streak. He does have a little bit of help, but his teammate's sadly going to take him down. So those streaks are going to be kind of... Actually, no, Elite Drew's still alive somehow with this 5 streak, even though he just died.
Yes, what can Reddington do? Unable to get that first pick, but the rest of the team is going to go through well. It's up to Orbit to make a play, but we'll get taken down. And with 25 seconds left, the LA Dweebs need, they can win it here, but you see the push. They're going to try and go through well and radio like Elite Drew just playing his life in hill. Rankin trying to make this push to the stairs. Will get taken down by Pengun. The gunfight's going back and forth. Chaos ensuing. But the Atlanta Dazed, they've done it. They've been able to break on through, and this could go to a new hill.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta Dazed, it feels like whenever they need to break a hill, they get it done. But the side of LA Dweebs going to break this one back. They can still win it here as Atlanta kind of spawning up. They've got one player pushing from bottom well. That player is going to end up getting taken down. One more pushing from up top. Penguin going to take him down. Elite Drew gets a nice kill in the middle of the map as well. 3 more seconds until this map is over. Make it 1 as LA Dweebs is going to take the map. Seeing a little bit of a bob back and forth there from someone.
Yeah, clearly wasn't too. He didn't like the way that the other team was playing there, and you know, fair credit to the LA Dweebs. They played that one really well. I mean, I think the turning point. I think we both can agree with that. The way that you pushes, you set your nades up. You can't really fast plan anymore, and so it makes Beast a lot more viable. But let's see how the teams set their break off.
Yeah, we're going to see LA Dweebs on this offense right away. They're going to send 2 players towards roof. They're going to, it looks like one of them is going to fly through P5 right away. The other 2 are going to go towards that well. The guy in P5 is just watching that quick flank just to make sure they don't get hit from the front there. But these 2 players pushing through the middle nice and slow. They've got 1 player up top church who hasn't spotted them yet, but he's going to spot them soon. He actually doesn't see Elite Drew on the cross, so that is going to be a plant for the side of LA Dweebs. But Dilly still watching this middle just in case. He's going to be in for quite the shock. That bomb does go down. He's got a player in the corner right below him. That player is going to end up picking up. Oh, yeah, he ends up picking up Raccoon Dog to push middle, and now you got a situation if you're the side of Atlanta Dazed.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate situation. Reddington able to even it up to the 3v2, but I say that trades going back and forth, making it a 2v2 situation. Now you see number 4, Brandy, in that top fire position, a big power position, making it difficult for the bomb site to be diffused. And Penguin getting some shots on the Reddington, but will not be able to finish the kill, rather. Gilly just sitting on bomb, trying to get that player top fire. We'll get the pick on a Penguin, giving the opportunity. He's going to defuse this bomb. Watching Reddington look over him, but Brandy gets both, playing his life well top fire, and that's a round of the LA Dude's favor.
That's a classic right there, right? Just someone sitting up top fire with that automaton ready for you to plant. He just peeks it right when it matters. And we saw a situation just like this yesterday in those diamond matches. And like, it's difficult to deal with the player up there. I mean, you have to try to get the kill. You only have 10 seconds to defuse the bomb there, and it takes 7.5 of those to defuse it. I mean, it's a very difficult situation to try to deal with that there. And obviously it works out in favor of LA Dweebs there. And yeah, I mean, fun times.
Yeah, no, I think if I'm on Atlanta Dazed there, they kind of gave up a lot of map control to the LA Dweebs, which is why the Dweebs were able to get the bomb down so easily. And I think that's something that they're going to have to change going forward if they want to be able to take this map. But as you see, I mean, already all the mid control in favor of the LA Dweebs, but Atlanta Dazed, they've gone on back. And I don't know if the Dweebs are aware of this. Brandy does watches 6, able to get that pick and first blood onto orbit, and at least LA Dweebs, or Atlanta Dazed rather, in a precarious situation.
Yeah, we're going to see these guys over here towards this A open area. Dilly going to push someone out with that pistol. Does get taken down, but Elite Drew. That was Elite Drew with that kill, but someone did respond back. That's going to be Reddington actually responding with the kill right here, making it a 2v2. Him and his teammate here, Raccoon Dog, going to be somewhat close to each other in this church area. And LA Dweeb's a little bit split up, but it looks like they're not willing really to move that much. They're trying to get as much info as they can before they make a move. That player in the middle is probably going to see someone real soon, but that's going to be Geekle. He finds one. He's going to take him down. Well, actually doesn't get the kill. Does end up getting it. And his teammate's going to get the other player as well at the same time from top church to middle.
Yeah, just a bit of an unfortunate situation. The Dazed there again, and a bit of a man disadvantage where they did a good job at least of securing the P1 field side, but they sort of got over aggressive, pushed all the way around instead of looking to plant the bomb like we saw the LA Dweebs do in round 1, and as a result, they kind of got punished. Dweebs doing a great job, keeping that awareness of them, keeping their wit, and able to spot that pinch out. But now it's a matter of what they're going to do again in round 1. What we saw from the Atlanta Dazed rather was that they sent one towards each power position, one church, one field, and one P5, and sort of didn't take mid control at all, which is a bit akin to how this map used to be played on defense. But with the new spawns, they should be able to take mid control. Now we do see number 6 being Dilly able to push up into mid, and the rest of the team looking over this mid, making sure that the Dweebs can't, do what they did in round 1. But should see some gunfights going down here soon. While both teams look to be playing very patient.
Yeah, they definitely have all the info they need there for the side of Atlanta. They know they're over towards that well side. He did get that stun off on Geekle, so he knows he's there. But Raccoon, I like this, just holding this close angle in comms, waiting for these guys to push through P5. But I like the fact that LA Dweebs rotated back. They know might be a little sketchy to push that now that they gave away their position a little bit, but no one's really watching their back here. So if that player top P5 area pushes through, they could be a little screwed. But Elite Drew filling up that position now as we're going to see this mid push happening. There's one player from the side of Atlanta in mid. He's sitting in the corner. He's going to end up getting one. Reddington's going to get one as well, but Geekle going to immediately trade that out middle. Elite Drew going to go down. Now it's a 1v3 situation for Geekle, who's over towards his A side. He's basically completely surrounded. He's getting pushed from all angles. Is going to end up going down, and Atlanta's going to take the round win.
Yeah, great adjustment there by Atlanta. You talked about how they took that bit of the map control there. Were able to get the picks. You saw the LA Dupes a little bit too passive for my liking. They sort of waited around looking for a pick, and Atlanta Dazed rather doing a great job not giving anything away, and essentially were able to collapse while the LA Dupes had to make a push with a limited time. But great adjustment out of them.
And we are going to see the side of Atlanta Dazed now on this offense. Curious to see if they try to take it A again. It looks like that is their plan. They're going to chow this mid L right away to see if they can get a pick towards top church. I like that laying down right away to try to get an angle, but Brandy going to end up getting that kill anyway. Geekle, he immediately pushes through L. I love this aggression out of this team, but he's going to have one player behind him. And Reddington's going to end up getting that kill from that fire position. Actually, I think that was actually, he was over in open, like in field. But Orbit now kind of senses there might be someone towards this back church area in that corner, and that's Brandy over there. Now it's a 3v3 situation, so I kind of like that LA Dweebs is playing pretty passive. You're kind of just waiting for something to happen, but it kind of opens up the ability for Atlanta to just get a free plant.
Yeah, they're playing the retake here. You see Brandy just playing his life. It's really bad timing. Unfortunate for him there. Reddington takes advantage of that, makes it a 3v2 advantage in their favor rather. And now you see both arrows turn from the side of LA Dweebs. LA Dweebs just playing Creddy here in this well area while Penguin playing top broken, making sure no one pushes through the church side. But you see Atlanta Dazed just being cautious. They're finally going to get that plant down. They're watching all of their field. Their pinch is open. But as that bomb goes down now, it's time for LA Dweebs to get a bit more proactive. LA Drew just trying to work this pinch going through L while his teammate works towards the bomb site. Should get in a gunfight there. And just like that, great post plant by the Atlanta Dazed, and they tie this one back up 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, when you win 2 rounds in a row, it's basically like the first 2 rounds didn't happen. You got yourself an even game now. And I'm liking what I'm seeing out of this Atlanta Dazed squad. It looks like they're adapting to that mid pressure a little bit that LA Dweebs keeps putting on them. But LA Dweebs, I feel like sometimes playing a little bit too passive, and sometimes it's not really helping them out too much, but is what it is. I'm sure they'll adjust to that shortly, as we're going to see LA Dweebs on this offensive side. I'm curious to see if they go towards this B side again. Yep, looks like they're going to go towards that direction again. Maybe play towards well like we've been seeing out of them.
Yeah, that's what they've been opting for, but this time it looks like they're going to push through to P5, and they should run into Orbit here, watching through flat. You see number 8, the Raccoon Dog, trying to pick up that pinch. Will get taken down. Orbit, though, gets 2 for his troubles, able to halt the push in LA Dweebs and bring the life advantage back in their favor.
Yeah, we're also going to see a little battle going down in the middle of the map here. That's going to be Dilly up against Geekle. Geekle's going to win that, but Brandy actually gets a kill, too, on Reddington over on the B side of the map. I think he was on green stairs there by the B bomb site, and now only one player left for the side of Atlanta, and that's going to be Orbit on a 4 streak, and he's going to run into both these players real soon. He sees Brandy, but they traded. They traded kills somehow.
Yeah, he somehow caught that kill, but regardless, the LA Dweebs able to stick together and through teamwork able to get the trade. So great job by the side of Dweebs there. Despite going down life advantage, playing their life, waiting for those picks to come on through, and then just playing their trades effectively.
I'm going to be perfectly honest there. At the end, I did not see Geekle react to that at all, so I didn't realize he actually shot him. I thought they actually just straight up traded with each other, and I was like, what in the Halo are we watching right now?
For real. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in Vanguard. It definitely can happen. But, great response by the side of LA Dweebs here. Once again, opting for a more aggressive push. You see one player pushing well, one pushing through L. Geekle will get stunned and we'll push back or the sit back for the time being. But once again, the LA Dweebs opt to leave their field side open, allowing LA Dazed to get through while they take control of mid-map. You see Geekle try to get a little bit more aggressive, but Dilly rather able to get that first blood.
Yeah, and now we're going to see one more player towards that well mid bottom fire area, and Raccoon Dog going to push that out. He's going to take down Elite True, and that's going to be actually a 1v4 right now because Penguin, all of his teammates dying on him. Now he's in a 1v3, does end up going down. Atlanta Dazed with another nice round.
Yeah, that time their patience ended up paying off. They waited for the over-aggression for the set of LA Dweebs. We saw that player, I believe it was Geekle, got picked off by Dilly on L, and there's another gunfight that went down around field or well rather that they ended up getting another pick, and so it was just a great job of waiting. They recognized that the over-aggression was going to come from the LA Dweebs, and they punished them for it. So great job by them.
We are going to see a sniper coming out for the boy Pen Gun right now, which leads me to believe LA Dweeb's finally going to hit this A site here. Yeah, we're going to see him go over there with that sniper right away. There's going to be one player down here to look at. That player's going to back off immediately as soon as he sees the glint. He's going to call that out to his boys, and You're going to see Atlanta most likely move to maybe get something done in the middle of the map here. Looks like we probably have one towards bottom church and one up top. Raccoon Dog taking that chow with the MP40. Does end up getting a kill, but gets traded out by Brendy. And now we've got a 3v3 situation. Geekle pushing through bottom church, gets taken down by Dilly. Now 2v3 situation, and that bomb is down bottom church.
I could be wrong, but I believe we just saw them kill trade. I think he actually got that trade onto Brendy there. So which is mind-blowing to believe.
Hey, I blame Bloom.
You could believe Bloom, or maybe Reddington got the trade. I could be mistaken there, but regardless, we're in a 2v2 situation here. The bomb is down in a pretty precarious spot for the side of Elite. We're gonna have to try and compete. You see Bengen trying to take this gunfight onto Well, but Orbit able to win it. Elite looking for the trade. Will be able to get it, leaving into a 1v1 situation. You see Dealer looking for the chow. Will he take it, and will he win it? Yes, he will. Atlanta Dazed coming out on top and move within 2 rounds to win this S&D.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've seen a little bit of chaos going on here every once in a while, but I mean, still, like, being top church with an MP40 and killing someone else, I'm actually impressed by that. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty lit. Because I'm never taking that chow unless I have an automaton, and even then, I'm gonna be a little sketched out.
100%. Yeah, that is a very ballsy chow, even with the headshot multiplier, but nonetheless, able to pick off that round. And again, the passive and patient pushes from the Atlanta Dazed paying off, but you see another aggressive push into Well here. Will they spot it? Orbit's able to spot Well, will get taken up by Gickle, and a great opening pick there by the Dweebs.
Yeah, Geekle's still down there. He's going to end up getting taken down by Raccoon Dog. And now it's going to be a 3v3 situation. We see LA Dweebs kind of pushing through towards that back B side right now, trying to get a little bit of map control. But Atlanta Dazed kind of, it looks like they're playing more for a pick here, but they're definitely taking their time as they actually do end up getting a pick. I don't know how I didn't notice that. I am blind, apparently. But Atlanta Dazed is going to be rotating back towards this B site, and LA Dweebs are over here. Brendy going to get a nice pick there and back off to group up with his teammate.
I'm gripping up with his teammate, waiting for that aggression from the Atlanta Dazed, rather. You see, they're just looking around, trying to figure out where these players from the LA Dweebs are positioned. They recognize that they're probably around the B side, and they're going straight to plant towards A.
Yeah, I like this. I always like just rotating back to A. It's a little difficult usually for that defensive side to just push through for free. Raccoon Dog just throwing a nice nade at himself there and just taking some pre-fire shots. He thinks someone's already there, but they're not there yet as LA Dweeb's starting to push this in. One's going to be top fire. One's going to be that open field. Raccoon Dog just kind of running around trying to find somebody, find an angle at least. But we're going to see Penguin going to be on this bomb right now. He does actually have a sniper, so this might be a little sketch for him.
Yeah, he gets some great timing on the player number 5, but Raccoon Dog will get one for his trouble, get traded out by Brendy, which he will. Now it's the 1v1 situation with 15 seconds left on the clock. You see number 5, Reddington, is doing a great job playing his life in church, waiting to check bomb at 8 seconds, which he should be able to do so. Nothing on bomb. Even wins the gunfight for his troubles. And Atlanta Dazed, through great teamwork and patience, move within 1 round of time this one up.
Yeah, looking good. I like it. I like what I'm seeing out of them, you know. We were a little worried about the map control they were getting at the beginning of this game, but it feels like they've definitely solved that problem. And I like the fact that it feels like they're playing together in their packs of like if they've got 3 people alive, those 3 people are always fairly close together, and I actually like that a lot. Whereas it feels like a lot of times LA Dweebs, if you notice, have been getting very separated on the map, and it sometimes can be on the opposite sides of the map of each other.
Yeah, no, it's something that worked really well in the hard points where they were able to pinch from all other sides. But here in the S&D, it looks like they're just getting picked apart from the setups. Once again, we're seeing another passive setup in the Atlanta Dazed. They're not taking big control. They're just looking for the aggressive pushes through P5 and through Church. But on the LA Dweeb side, rather, they're once again also opting for a bit of a more passive approach. So they finally recognize that nothing's meant. They're going to look at this bomb behind Gickle, getting a great pick onto Raccoon Dog, who's distracted by the player on bomb, giving them the first blood and gives them the opening.
Yeah, Atlanta Dazed now over towards that B site. Going to have to rotate over, and they're slowly moving over. They just got to make sure they're being careful, checking their angles, because you never know what corner one of these guys is going to be sitting in. But Elite Drew over here on this P1 area. He's on this Godheady, watching Reddington come around this corner right now. But Orbit playing in the middle of the map right now. And this 3v3 could happen right here for Atlanta Dazed. As feels like LA Dweebs kind of has their pressure spread out a little bit. But Elite Drew going to answer with one on Dilly. Reddington trying to answer back with the kill of his own on him. But that player pushing up the middle of the map right now. That's going to be Pengun top fire, actually. And yeah, I mean, 1 player left. This is actually a 1v1 situation. It's going to be Brendy versus Orbit. Not enough time to defuse the bomb, and he's going to end up getting the kill, because why not?
Why not, Brendy? Adding an 11th kill onto what has been an impressive map for him. But that round rather was very reminiscent to the very first round we saw on this map, where Atlanta Days, sat back. They were waiting for that over aggression. The LA Dweebs didn't give them anything, got bombed down for free, and then just play the time and clock to their advantage and did a great job there. But now it's a matter, can they do the same on defense? We've seen a little bit of them get a little bit over aggressive on defense, and they got punished. So I wanted to see if they make that adjustment here.
Yeah, Atlanta looks like they're going to be playing 3 players towards that A site and 1 player. Okay, Penguin going to actually get a kill with that sniper. He picks off Orbit right away, and now it's going to be a 3v4 situation in favor of LA Dweebs. They've got 2 players in church, 1 towards that back church watching open field, and there's 1 player pushing that actually, and that's going to be Reddington. And just at the last second, they're going to push back, but Reddington about to be in a 1v3 here, does end up taking down Gickle, and no one was actually close enough to respond to that, even though I thought they were. Sees that sniper glint of Penguin, and he decides he's going to bail out of there. And looks like they are going to be able to get this bomb down here momentarily, as the side of LA Dweebs opting just kind of play back and hoping that Atlanta Dazed either pushes them in or just playing for this retake.
Yeah, now the retape's going to have to come on through. You see number 4 get a look to group up with his teammates while Penguin looking for this pick. He recognizes a player P1. He has spotted him. But great job by number 8, the Raccoon Dog, just playing his life, recognize that there is a sniper there. But he picks up the auto, gets the gunfight, puts the life advantage back in their favor, while Brandy works his top or mid area, looking to convert onto this player P1 with his teammate. I don't think he spotted him. Another pick by Elite Drew, leaving number 6. Daly last left alive in a 1v3. Make the 1v2 look at 1. We'll get the second under Brendy. And with 14 seconds left, Elite Drew's going to have to chase. But Dilly playing his life very well. With 10 seconds left, he sees no one on bomb. Look at the gunfight and wins it. And what a 1v3 to win the map there by the Atlanta Dazed.
Hey, man, sometimes you just got to get it done. That's going to tie the series up 1-1. And I mean, sometimes the best way to get it done is just to win a 1v1 with the pistol. I mean, Dilly, guy goes 12-5 on the map, getting 3 of them in that.
Yeah, it's just hoping to be aware that, hey, we haven't seen X player on the map in a while. He could be sitting on a pinch and just hoping that someone is picking that up. But like you said, sometimes there's something you can do. You're going to call in the back, and it's just how you're going to be able to respond to that matters. But as we say, the breakoff already coming on through. Trey's going back and forth. You see the side of LAD trying to take control of this top boat, but Orbit bringing out the boat, which hasn't been GA'd yet in the league. You're able to see it come on through, adding for some variety in the gameplay. But as trades go back and forth, another team is able to get any type of control thus far.
Yeah, so far it's been pretty much exactly even, but we're going to see the side of Atlanta get a little bit of ship control here and a lot of control on this A side of the map. But LA Dweebs, I'm sure, are going to get a good response soon as Raccoon gets a nice nade kill there. And they're going to get a slight stack going on this A side, but Elite Drew, he's in a position to maybe get a couple kills. He's going to back off towards a little bit over that spawn watch there. And they're going to slowly push this in. Geekle with a nice pick. Penguin does get taken down there. Wow. And Geekle with another kill there, as the side of Atlanta going to get pretty much completely wiped over here. Only 1 more player up top and a couple players off spawn close by to help out.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a dire situation for the LA Dweebs, but you see them able to, stop and halt the second tick for the side of Atlanta Dazed and get some map control. You see number 8 again, Gickle, going a little bit more of a pinch. I don't think Atlanta Dazed will read this. Oh, but he will get the second. That's 3 down the kill feed. Make that 4 down the kill feed. Penguin able to pick up 2 for his troubles. And here comes the spawn trap from the LA Dweebs.
Yeah, Geekle gonna push up. He's not actually gonna get anyone down, but he's gonna be able to get a lot of info for his team. But Orbit gonna answer with a kill on Elite Drew as well. Penguin gets one on the other side of the map, but Atlanta pushes right out of the spawn trap. They get on this A site. They're about to get the second tick secured. LA Dweebs coming off a spawn, pushing from that green side of the map. Pushing up right now. Geekle gonna be in the cell. A guy you gotta watch out for. He's an absolute menace. Doesn't actually end up getting the kill on Raccoon Dog. 2 players down for the side of LA Dweebs there. The side of Atlanta should be able to fully secure this here. They get all 3 ticks. They get that extra minute of time, and the lives are looking pretty good to potentially get some good ticks on B.
Yeah, good ticks on B. They do have the life advantage as well, but I mean, what a response from the side of Atlanta Dazed, rather. They went 4 down, and they could have been put in the trap, but they respond back with 4 straight kills of their own. Raccoon Dog getting some great kills both in and around boat. And able to get secure that A tick for their troubles. But with a minute left now, they are down 2 lives. You see P1 control. I mean, 3 players to the side of the little Dweebs stacked around there. But Raccoon Dog has been able to slip on through on a 3-kill streak at the time, looking to be able to convert onto this point. But a lead through playing in a pretty position, able to spot him out. Gickle gets one across the map. Once again looking to secure this P1 control, which is essentially making Atlanta Dazed spawn farther and farther out. They're having a lot more map to cover if they want to get towards that B point, but they're unable to get there, and Penguin on the 7th streak able to get that glide bomb.
Yeah, I mean, that glide bomb is definitely going to come in handy as he picks up another one, and that life advantage for the side of Atlanta is completely wiped out, as now LA Dweeb's going to have that 20 seconds left. I mean, realistically, Atlanta doesn't have a lot of time to work with here. unless they get there in this life very quickly, they're not going to even have a chance to get on B to even try to secure one tick. Brandy, try to lock down this ship side of the map as 3 guys are going to walk through that back spawn on. I mean, obviously, like, that happens every once in a while. They all went up top, but they are going to be able to maybe get on this hill. No, because Elite Drew playing on that beach side of the map is going to pick up 1 kill, and that other player doesn't quite get on there, and LA Dweebs going to have a great defensive round there.
Yeah, great job there by the LA Dweebs. You know, they had a little bit of a hiccup there in the middle of the map, or the middle of the round, rather, when, you know, saw Rakudong able to get a 2-piece and essentially give up the 8 point. But they did a good job responding after that, you know, getting that P1 control. And again, Penguin with those streaks, which can definitely play a factor later in this round. But they have, you know, they give up 3 ticks. They have a 6 kill life advantage, so not too shabby there for the LA Dweebs.
Yeah, I mean, LA, I think a big factor that was the way they were able to hold down that P1 ring area. And right now they're pushing all the way towards this B side. No one from Atlanta is really in a position to even respond to this immediately. One player towards that top ring stairs right now from his side, and that's going to be Dilly. He's going to push up. He does get stunned, so they have the info on him right now. And Penguin going to pick up 1 player on the flank. Doesn't get the second one before getting taken down. Reddington going to push from his spawn, pick up 2 with a little bit of help from Dilly. Only 1 player left for the side of LA Dweebs on this B point. I do believe they got the full first tick secured there. It looks like they did. But guess what? They come off a spawn. No one is anywhere near the A site, and they hop on that.
Yeah, just a great breakup with the LA Dweebs. You know, despite getting, you know, a bit of a 2-piece there by Reddington, they were able to get that first tick, which, you know, should give them the advantage that they're able to capture A, which they're doing so. Gickle with 2. And then again, Reddington left alive to try and halt this push. Able to get 1, but going to back on down. Look for the player on the P1 steps. His team is going to help him there and trade it out. But the 8-point capture, and already the LA Dweebs are going to be up a tick and got some time here, 2 minutes to capture B.
Yeah, stack the point. We're the gyms, by the way. But, I mean, you're already up in ticks, technically. Obviously, it's only been 1 offensive round for both teams here. You've got plenty of time and plenty of lives, and Pengun is absolutely popping off for the boys right now. And I feel like LA Dweebs is in a perfect position to maybe get something done here. They're all coming off a respawn, and they're kind of waiting for each other a little bit. Brendy trying to make sure he secures that green side of the map for his teammates, as Atlanta Dazed just trying to maybe try to get a pick before they really move up or anything.
Yeah, they kind of playing like S&D a little bit too passive, but they're in this case, it's not going to help them, as they're allowing the LA Dweebs to take map control and control those power positions and get onto that B point, which they should do here shortly. You see Rakudong able to get 1 back for his troubles. Dickel going to lay down, waiting for Brendy and the rest of the reinforcements to come on through. Orbit going to this nice power position here on this pillar heady. We'll give it up for the time being, trying to get this player on the point. Unable to spot him. Elite Drew with some help, and that's 3 players on the point for the LA Dweebs. Only 2 now, but all the kills are going in their favor.
Yeah, only 1 player really close to respond for the side of Atlanta. He's going to come in and get 1. That's going to be Dilly. His teammates should be close by very quickly. And Penguin, oh my gosh, Dilly picks up 2 with the pistol, but Elite Drew going to answer back with that kill. They did not get that second tick secure, but they still have a minute to get it done in 16 lives. So they've got plenty of time and plenty of lives. But that player top boat, Raccoon, just being annoying, making sure that LA Dweebs has to pay attention to it. But Gickle responding with a kill of his own towards that back spawn. And he gets taken down as well. So I love the fact that Atlanta is getting a lot of map pressure now. But look at all that pressure coming from LA Dweebs on that beach side of the map and towards that top ring.
Yeah, on a side note, has anyone told Raccoon Dog he has a sub in his hands? Because that man loves to chow with AR. And I mean, hey, he's winning most of them. But as I said, he's on the pinch, but it might be a little bit too late. Well, the rest of LA Dweebs going to send all their reinforcements to the point, make the 3. Dilly able to stop the push by killing this player. This is right, but we'll get the kill on the Gickle there, rather. Penguin looks for 2, gets 3 onto the point, gets back on, and they're looking towards that progress on the second tick.
Yeah, Atlanta Dazed spawning up, and Penguin absolutely wreaking havoc as he's 28 right now on a 5 streak. His teammates are pushing up to help him out as well. That's going to be Elite Drew with a nice kill there. Dilly going to answer back with a kill of his own. But, I mean, Dilly gets 2. Reddington gets 1 as well. But Penguin, you still got to deal with him. He almost stacks his streaks as he dies there on a 6 streak. He almost gets that 3rd tick basically by himself. Now, only 30 seconds left on this round, but the side of LA Dweebs can still get it done here. This is going to be the last push they can get done with their lives. And all of Atlanta over here stacking on this B point, getting ready for this push.
Getting ready for this push, but you see the Orbit in a great position, gets 2 picks. Great chops out of him there. Essentially halting the push of the LA Dweebs. You see number 5, Elite Drew, the only one left alive that really can make an attempt at this push. Gets 1, but will get traded out shortly after. It looks like Atlanta Dazed is going to hold here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the side of Atlanta, I mean, yeah, you give up 5 ticks, but I mean, losing that defense would absolutely be devastating to the map. Like going down 2-0 in a control is very hard to come back from. But I mean, yeah, you give up 5 ticks. Like LA gets 5 ticks off that, but hey, you won the round. So maybe you can get come out here, maybe get 5 of your own and have a really good defense that next time, like, it's just tough. It's hard when a team pushes that B site right away, gets a tick immediately, and then I mean gets A with within what 20 seconds basically.
Yeah, and I think the troubles was, especially that second tick, was the Atlanta Dazed didn't really have any P1 control. It's something we saw the LA Dweebs do a great job of, is taking control of P1, making sure that the side of Atlanta could get to B for free. But once again, Atlanta Dazed is going to opt towards hitting the A point first, a little bit more of a traditional style. While Penguin, who's been an absolute menace with his Vokes, going to try and go for the pinch. Able to get one, will he get the second? No. Will Reddington able to take him down? Orbit looking for those reinforcements onto the point. Will they able to get that first tick onto A? Gets one, will get traded out by Gickle, and once again, a bit of a back and forth start here on this round 3.
Yeah, I mean they do secure that first tick on A, and they're trying to get a little bit of map pressure, but LA Dweebs doing a really good job making sure they force him back. And Brendy playing towards this beach side picks up 2 nice kills. Penguin gonna pick up one as well. Now the spawn trap is gonna be in full force if they can't try to push out of this. Brendy taking that deep beach approach is Gickle gonna push up, picks up 2 with that Volk. He's on a 4 streak right now, and now Atlanta Dazed full on stuck in that spawn trap.
Yeah, this is the spawn trap they weren't able to do the first round. They're doing it here. Penguin on one side with a Vogue and Gickle on the other with a Vogue. Looks like the Atlanta Dazed might be able to finally get out of this trap. Dilly able to get this low cliff area. Gickle just desperately looking for him, trying to play his life. He is on a 5 cheek. Look at Cop from behind. Yes, he will. Dilly doing a great job there to be able to pick him up. Well, the rest of Atlanta Dazed trying to make approach, catch the side of LA Dweebs sleeping, get out on a B, but Elite Drew wise to that, able to pick off 2. Gickle looking to get the player on A, and it looks like, while Atlanta Dazed doesn't have the life advantage, they're going to rush towards this A point and desperately get a tick.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta Dazed, they're trying to get it done as best they can. They only have 18 seconds to get it done here. They have to get on this time, otherwise they will lose this offense with only 2 ticks. But I mean, LA Dweebs is so difficult to deal with. Atlanta not making it easy, though. They've got plenty of guys here dealing with it. They were halfway through that 3rd tick on this A side, and they're doing a good job getting the kills, but Elite Drew going to answer back, pick up 1 there. He's got 1 more pushing him. That's Rakudnog. Penguin doing a good job trading that out, and now, I mean, the situation's really dire from the side of Atlanta. You have 7 seconds to get on this. They pick up the kills. Dilly picking up a nice 2-piece. They've got the double stack on this, so it's going to go fairly quickly. One player from LA Dweebs pushing in the side. They get the 8 point secured, so they have plenty of time, but they really don't have the lives to work with.
Yeah, they don't have the lives to work with. They're down 7 lives now here. Essentially, the push is halted. And once again, you see number 6 on your screen, Brandy doing a great job pushing all the way deep beach, essentially making sure that the Atlanta Dazed has no other choice but to flip through mid-map into his teammates. But you see Brandy trying to make a push there through those low cages here, but Gickle able to pick him off. Elite Drew once again doing what the other teams have done best, is to take that P1 map control. See Atlanta Dazed not really bothering with that. They're going to take what's given, go through mid-map. Dilly able to get 1 in that inner ring area, but with 30 seconds left and 2 lives in their favor, it looks like another round win in favor of the LA Dweebs.
Yeah, only 1 player left. That's going to be Raccoon Dog. He's just trying to get some kills right now, it looks like, as he's kind of screwed when it comes to the long part of this map, and he's going to get taken down there, and that's going to be a nice win out of LA Dweebs. That's a nice 3 ticks out of the side of Atlanta, but unless you can get a monster defense here, the side of LA should be able to secure that last round defense.
Yeah, should be able to secure that last round defense. They, if I'm not mistaken, they're only going to need 1 tick. I mean, 2 ticks will seal their fate, but 1 tick.
But the kill advantage, it should
be
enough.
Yeah, you're right. With a kill advantage, with 1 tick's all they're really going to need. I'm curious if they're going to go back to what worked in that first round. They're going to opt towards B or go towards A. It looks like they're going to go towards Old Faithful here at A, and we're on board with Gickle. I mean, he brought out the Vogue as well. I mean, him and Penguin have been doing some damage there.
Yeah.
Atlanta Dazed have really not been able to answer with.
Yeah, I like this right here. They go towards that A site right away, but Atlanta, knowing they have to protect that B site in case they get an insta push. And I mean, already LA Dweebs on this point. They secure that first tick. They've got a couple people stacking on it, but Atlanta pushing in. They pick up 2. Gickle going to answer with 1. That's all 4 down for the side of LA. As Atlanta does a great job getting them off this point, only 1 tick secure, but that should be enough for them to be able to secure that defense unless Atlanta starts frying kill-wise here over the next bit. But Dilly pushes in that spawn, picks up 3 monster kills as him and his boys have the potential to get this spawn trap going as he goes down.
Yeah, Dilly with a nice 3-piece there. Again, doing a great job of what they and doing what they necessarily need to do, which is put the LA Dweebs in that spawn trap. That's something that they've struggled to do with the first couple defensive rounds here, but able to do it there for a little bit of a short time. But the LA Dweebs once again working around mid-map, trying to get these picks before they can advance and get that map pressure. But Atlanta Dazed doing a great job getting these picks around the boat. Super here holding down the mid-map while the rest of his teammates push on through. Penguin able to stay alive for momentarily, but will be traded out shortly. But you see number 5 on your screen, Late Drew still top boat, running around trying to look for picks, trying to help his team get out, but he will get taken down. Penguin able to get that kill onto low cliff. And one thing we should note is that Penguin still does have the streak, so has that in the back pocket in case they ever want to use it. But in this round, it doesn't look like they're going to have to, but they're going to try and at least get another tick on the end.
Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing here. I mean, LA Dweebs able to break out of that spawn trap. I mean, I'm loving it. They get these kills back to basically even, only down 5 there. And they're starting to secure this A point. The side of Atlanta trying to, I mean, they're just kind of playing back. They're waiting, but look who's on that B side right now. That's that number 8 player. That's going to be Gickle. Actually does end up going down, but that distraction was good enough for his teammates to get a little bit of map pressure, maybe not get stuck in the spawn. Number 4 player, Raccoon Dog, still being a menace. That guy, tell you what, he plays like a raccoon does. He's just constantly where you don't want him to be, and he's being as annoying as possible.
Yeah, you definitely also don't want to challenge him. I mean, I don't like raccoons in the trash, and I wouldn't want to challenge raccoon if he's up top boat. But he's up there doing a lot of damage, and Atlanta Dazed is all you really can do is maybe try and get some streaks on your way out. You recognize that you're probably gonna, or rather not probably, you will get that round 5 offense, which can be very difficult. But if you have some streaks, it could be play in their favor. But Brendy doing a great job to look at pick there, and with 6 lives left, I mean, if you're LA Dweebs, you just try and play together, make maybe one more push at this point. There's nothing you really have to lose besides maybe giving or feeding Atlanta Dazed streaks. But they're in the driver's seat here.
I mean, look at the guy like Penguin right now. That guy's 37-20. Yeah, for sure they secure this defensive round. But I mean, that guy, I don't know, man. That guy, I wouldn't want to play against him. I really wouldn't. But they're still trying to push this B side out right here a little bit. But I think since they know they have that, I was about to say Elite Drew is just frying some people. Gickle around the back picks up one as well. Maybe they actually, they shouldn't have enough time to get on this. As I say that, Brendy gets on it. They might be able to get a stack here on Zahid. This could be a little scary. They only have 2 lives left. But you never know.
You never know, but looks like Atlanta Dazed is going to shut that down real quick as they're able to isolate Brendy, last alive on the point. He somehow stayed alive for so long, got a kill. That is a very impressive play there by Brendy. I didn't imagine he would stay alive for that long, but regardless, they did their job. They got 3 ticks. They're going to have the round 5 defense, and now it's just a matter of can they play strong and not allow Atlanta Dazed to slip on through.
Yeah, with the way they've been playing these defenses, you got to think they've got this one wrapped up. But, I mean, it's never chalked. A team like Atlanta could easily get an offensive win here. I mean, it's very, very, very difficult. So not easily, but they're going to go for that B break right away. And the side of LA Dweebs going to have a nice even break across the map, 2 middle. Actually, they're going to get a lot of dominance toward this ring side right away. And there's going to be one player that immediately gets behind these players in ring. Gickle going to get one. Penguin going to get one as well. Elite Drew gets one. And I mean, that's what, 3 down right away for the side of Atlanta, but also 3 down for the side of LA Dweebs. Good answer back from both these squads.
Yeah, that's a kind of ideal breakup if you wanted the LA Dweebs. I mean, you go even in lives, but no progress has been made to either point, and essentially the game is playing in your favor. Again, picks going back and forth. Penguin on 40 kills. What a map out of the guy. I mean, he still has that glide bomb like we mentioned, the play, and Brendy, just causing havoc in their spawn, playing around P4, able to get 2 first troubles once they get influenced into Spawn's beach. And Atlanta Dazed, they have to track back for him, and with that 35 seconds on the clock, and they still haven't touched a point.
Yeah, and they are going to get on this A point right now, but they've got a guy like Elite Drew to deal with over there, and he's going to end up picking up the first player. The other one's going to be the middle tank here. He's going to push onto that point right away, and immediately Elite Drew is going to know he's there. And this Atlanta side kind of trapped towards that back spawn, but the side of LA Dweebs all the way in their spawn as well. They are going to get the 1 kill of the player over there. And Elite Drew is just finessing his life over here. Gets another kill. I don't know how he's doing it. He does end up getting taken down, but that allows his teammates more than enough time to push up and be able to secure these front spawn area. And I mean, you got 20 seconds to work with for the side of Atlanta.
Yeah, 20 seconds to work with, and Gickle just playing his life so well top out. Finally will get taken down there by Orbit. The Elite Drew able to come in with the reinforcements, gets traded out shortly after, and Atlanta Dazed finally able to break onto the A point, able to get 2 ticks. They are down 4 lives, but if they're able to get this A point and extend the time, they could have an opportunity here to make this one interesting. But as I say, that Penguin going big around Cliff, just cutting down players, trying to push the point, while the rest of his teammates kill the players on the point. And with only 10 seconds left, you see Penguin in such a power position will get taken down, but the Atlanta Dazed, they're going to have to run to get this point. 4 seconds left. I don't think Brendan's going to get there in time. He's going to have to run, able to finally get up with 0.7 seconds left. Going to take this gunfight, and the Elite Drew gets the help, and Atlanta Dazed did finally make something happen. But as I say that, the glide bomb comes in through, finally invested, and LA Dweebs take map 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the side of LA Dweebs, but right there, I mean, Atlanta Dazed definitely put up a fight towards the end there. it was a rough round. They go towards the B side right away, and it kind of just upsets their pacing for basically. And I mean, this is whoever wins this is going to have quite the championship battle against those Seattle Sloths. You know, probs whoever makes it. But I mean, we still got ourselves quite a bit of COD to go before we determine that. We are going to see the side of Atlanta spawning towards that back tower side. They're going to push up. Dilly's going to pick up 1 kill, but there's going to be a big battle going in towards Ring here. Orbit picks up 1. His teammate should be able to pick up the other one up here, and that's going to be almost a clean wipe. But Elite Drew and Brandy answering back quickly, but nice shots at Dilly there to make sure they secure this P1 at the moment.
Yeah, great breakout there, but Atlanta Dazed playing around their teamwork, able to get the picks in that inner ring era. Giggle trying to make something happen, but Raccoon Dog able to stop him. You see Dilly on a 3 streak. Orbit was 3 and 2 for his troubles, and again, they're just controlling the outer ring and giving Dweebs nothing here to work with.
Yeah, Elite Drew going to be pushing in here. He picks up 1. He's going to go for the second, but gets taken down by Dilly once again. And Dilly on a 5 streak now as he picks up Giggle as well in Orbit. I mean, it feels like it's absolutely full control out of the side of Atlanta Dazed here. They're coming out on this map absolutely phenomenally. But Dweebs now pushing towards this P2 area. They got to deal with Orbit over here, and a couple other players are going to be nearby. Orbit picks up the first one. Dilly picks up 1 as well. Oh, I mean, Pegu's going to push right now. And he picks up Orbit. He's playing with him and Elite Drew over here. Elite Drew by himself with the sub. He's going to pick up the first one. Doesn't actually get the kill because the side of Atlanta is just running through this map right now. As I say that, Dweebs gets 3 players down.
I get 3 players down. They're finally going to be able to break on 2, but as I say that, Orbit picks up 2. It halts that push from the side of Dweebs. Randy trying to get something from his troubles, but we'll get picked off there by Dilly. And just, again, Atlanta Dazed just taking all control of the hill. You see them top out. Elite Drew trying to find a pick. Gets 1. Will get taken down there by Raccoon Dog. Able to get 2. Raccoon Dog, once again, being a menace on the boat. Gets 3. My God. Finally taken down by Brandy, but the damage has been done. They're going to get majority this time, and they're going to be up almost 60 points here as we go to P3.
Yeah, this P3 is going to be absolutely massive for the side of Dweebs here. They have that early rotation. They've got the spawns right now. But Atlanta going to slowly push that in. They've got 2 players to deal with over there. Brandy picks up the first one. Elite Drew backing off to maybe help this front push here. But Pengu, he's on this mid tank with that Volk. Raccoon Dog, you know what he's doing? He's being a menace. He's in the back here. He's going to jump up. Does get taken down. Dilly responds with a kill on Pengu, though. Pengun, sorry. And Dilly, I mean, that guy is just a monster as these guys are just fighting back and forth. But it feels like Atlanta, I mean, they're keeping the pressure on high, but LA, they're doing a good job getting this time. They're securing these spawns still, and they're making sure they're holding down the middle of the map.
Yeah, doing a great job. You know, the old mantra, bend, don't break, and that's what we're seeing on the Dweebs here. You know, they're getting picked off a little bit, but they're able to spawn up close and help their teammates. But as I said, the 2 go down on the feed. Orbit collapsing on the point. You see the aggressive approach from the Atlanta Dazed, that they should be able to break on this point. And with 26 seconds left, they're able to get the the scrap time essentially, and should be able to rotate to that new hill. You see, yeah, both 1 and 3 spawning right on P4, and this is a worst case scenario if you're the Dweebs.
Yeah, Dweebs on this rotation as well as Elite Drew. Gonna go to the back here. He doesn't quite get that kill on the player in the front. They get the back spawn. I mean, okay, so Dweebs gets the spawn. Thank you, COD gods.
Yeah, a bit fortunate timing there, them pushing up at that perfect timing, gain that positive momentum towards that P4 spawn, and essentially get a little bit fortunate there. Elite Drew making the heads-up play, able to push the back, and despite being heavily in poor position for this P4 hill, they're getting majority of the time. They got the spawns, and you see Atlanta Dazed down the back foot.
Yeah, I mean, basically what we saw there out of the side of Dweebs is with this new spawn system that just came into the game. That one player from Dweebs, Elite Drew, was just in the back a little bit further than the Atlanta player, and it forced his team to spawn there. Must have been holding their cans or something. But the side of Atlanta going to be getting some nice kills here as they push in this hill. They do take it back. Dweebs does still have the spawn, but I mean, not really doing them any favors right now as they're going to get stuck back here in the meantime. They're going to have to start worrying about that rotation to that P5 as the side of Atlanta. I mean, Reddington is a monster over here on this hill. Dilly is a guy who's on a 4 streak as well, and Reddington's still getting kills over there. And I mean, basically a 40-point lead here going into this P5.
And you see Orbit, he doesn't want to lose spawns against going all the way back to make sure that they secure them. You see Dilly just being a menace. And again, Atlanta Dazed, almost night and day from that control, taking all the map control, taking all the power positions there, pushing elements farther and farther back. And you see the Dweebs have had a bit of trouble, unlike Tuscan, where they were able to break with ease. They're not having that same, same pushes, same coordination that was so reliable and successful in the Tuscan. And you're seeing it here. But Giggle finally able to get on 2, half of the spawns in their favor, and this could be the time that they need to come back in this hard point.
Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing right here out of the side of Atlanta. I mean, it just feels like they're just slicing and dicing everything. LA Dweebs. I mean, they're going to probably start rotating to this P1, I imagine. But, I mean, Atlanta's already rotating over there. They've got the full mid-map pressure as well. I mean, they did. I guess they're starting to lose a little bit. But Gickel with a nice kill in that P1 area. But he's going to have to deal with Reddington, who's pushing up right now. He's going to have 2 players to deal with. He does get taken down from behind. And now Dweebs a little bit in the driver's seat when it comes to this P1 rotation. If they are not careful here, they could cause a little bit of a weird spawn from Atlanta, who's going to be pushing out of that back spawn.
Yeah, pushing out of that back spawn, and it's a matter of can Atlanta Dazed break on through Renton with a nice pick. Elite Drew look at the trade, but Raccoon Dog does it, and they break from the front. LA Dweebs, hold was a little bit too spread out, and as a result, the Atlanta Dazed are going to get the majority this time here at P1. It looks like it, just like the first time around. And I mean, you look at the kills, or rather the KDs. All the players in Atlanta Dazed, 19-7 with Gilly, 13-10 Raccoon Dog. All of them are positive protection of Reddington, but he's done his job. Gickel showing a bit of love and maybe frustration because they've not really played all that well this map, and it's shown with how the Atlanta Dazed have been pushing out and getting that map control.
I mean, Zahid, that's something I was talking about the other day. That's just a classic double tap. He's making sure they don't come back as zombies. No big deal. It happens. Got to do what you got to do. But Orbit with a nice double kill right there, rotating into this P2, and Atlanta, once again, has basically all the map control they could wish for. As LA Dweebs pushing from that green side of the map. Raccoon Dong with a nice pick right away. And then Dilly and Raccoon once again getting some more kills, but Gickel with a nice pistol kill there. As he ends up going down. And I mean, Atlanta, you're up to an astounding lead right now, and LA Dweebs trying to push that in.
Yeah, and this has really been the story. LA Dweebs really haven't had much of an answer for the holds of Atlanta Dazed. They can't seem to break on through. Whatever approach they try to tusk, it's not going to work here on Gavutu, and you can see they're just getting outgunned by the ARs of Atlanta Dazed. Dilly, Orbit doing a great job. You see him now pull out the sub, and Raccoon Dog doing his part himself. 2 minutes almost in the time. Randy able to get 2. They halt that push, but I mean the damage has been done. They're almost down 100 points. They really haven't had much time here on the second rotation as Atlanta Dazed have dominated. They're finally able to get some kills in their favor and rotate to P3 first. So this could be some signs of life for the LA Dweebs, but again, can they hold? Because thus far, Atlanta Dazed are just first rate.
Yeah, going into this back P3 is going to be big for them. But I mean, already Atlanta getting all the kills they need. They should be able to maybe secure these spawns if they keep pushing through the back. But LA still spawning there. But I mean, you only need 45 points for the side of Atlanta to win this. And with how sketchy this match has been overall, you got to think Atlanta's going to be able to close this out. But the guys from LA Dweebs going to be pushing this one. Gickel pushing in from the front. Does end up getting one before getting taken down there. And now LA going to have control of that hill. But I mean, Atlanta's really, really close by. Starting to push him in. Elite Drew and Brandy with a nice little pick right there. But Raccoon Dog pushing through the middle. Pengu reads that one. Gets him taken down. Now this could be a chance for LA Dweebs to get a lot of needed time. But they're going to have to make sure they win that rotation as well.
Yeah, win that rotation as well. And I mean, they're going to have to try and hope for one of those fortunate spawns with how far away they currently are spawning towards that P4. You see Atlanta Dazed, being a little more conservative, backing up, making sure that, what happened the last P4 doesn't happen again. And you see Penguin, pushing up this low cliff area. And the one approach that Atlanta Dazed is doing by being so passive, they're giving up a lot of map control to Dweebs. They're taking that risk, it's just a matter of what they can hold. And there you go, Orbit with 2 picks in the kill feed, able to hold that push, and now move with 30 seconds of winning this map and pushing it to 5.
Yeah, so far everything's paying off for the side of Atlanta. Elite Drew trying to play towards this back. They get the spawn in the back. A good job out of Elite Drew to make sure he gets that beach push. But this could also hurt them if they get these spawn trapped here, as Atlanta still has a little bit of control in the middle. But Penguin getting some nice kills as LA Dweeb's going to clear all of Atlanta out. They should be able to get this last 30 seconds or so. Unless Atlanta's able to just walk on through, you never know. But they're going to be pushing that beach side right now. It looks like Raccoon Dog does what he does best. And he's going to get towards the back. He's going to try to get as much of the scrap time as he can because they can still win it here if they can get these kills. Elite through, though. Going to get a nice clutch kill, but Dilly, he pushes in, gets a kill. They're going to have just enough time to win this as long as they hold it down. Dilly does not see those players pushing from the front. Brendy gets a nice nade kill. Only 7 more seconds till Atlanta wins this map and ties it up 2-2. He's going to push on through. He's going to help his teammates get a little bit of defense there as they're going to win it. And, I mean, Atlanta, that's a pretty dominant Gavutu hardpoint right there.
Yeah, really dominant. I mean, they managed to do a great job there when it came to, the spawns flipped on them a couple times, especially that P4, but they managed it well. And, I mean, it was just straight dominance.
They dominate in that Gavutu hardpoint. I mean, the momentum in this game has to have some type of factor in what happens next, right?
Oh, 100%. I think, if you're Atlanta Dazed, you're coming out hot. I mean, they won in a very convincing manner, so it's a matter of how they can do here in this map. They're looking to hit this A-bomb site real fast. Right there with the nice first blood onto Elite Drew, but Brenda able to trade that one out. rather to even up here at 3-3. You see another player playing really pretty in office. I don't think they spotted Penguin here in this office area. Brenton clearing out every other area, but will get picked up by Penguin, doing a great job. Penguin doing a good job to play his life, but Raccoon able to sniff him out, leaving Gickle left in a 1v2. Should be picked off from behind. And yes, he will. And Atlanta Dazed picks off right where they left with a nice round 1 win.
Yeah, that's a big round one as well. It looked like they were going to be a little bit screwed when they had Penguin in the office there, but Penguin does do a good job playing his life, but Atlanta does an even better job making sure they get that trade immediately and then get the other couple trades on the map there. Gickle by himself there at the end and, just doesn't quite hear the guy running up alley at him. That ninja is a beautiful thing. I can't believe we played without it at one point in time.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think that we did, but thankfully, that update has come on through. But on board with the LA Dweebs, looking to hit towards this B bomb site. Eagle throwing a little bit of a nade there, trying to get some information. While the rest of Atlanta Dazed playing, players for that cross. But Penguin gets a nice pick over there on the A bomb site, maybe making Atlanta Dazed reconsider if where the push is coming from. But that bomb goes down, and LA Dweebs looking for that post plant.
Yeah, and right now, LA Dweeb's going to have the slight advantage, but Orbit going to be in that bomb site right now. He gets shot at, and Gickle is going to be really close by. He's going to get him spotted out. He's going to actually end up giving up his position on these barrels. One more player towards that mid-tank, that's going to be Reddington, as Orbit gets a nice kill in that B bomb site. They've got 25 seconds to deal with Reddington. Going to pick up another nice kill, but Elite Drew on this flank right now. He's going to have someone defusing this bomb. He's got to go quick, because that's actually almost defused. If he doesn't get on this right away, he's going to have trouble. And he's going to end up getting that kill, and now it's going to be Reddington in a 1v2. He only has 12 seconds to work with, but he kills Elite Drew. Now he's in a 1v1 with Penguin, and he does not have enough time to defuse it anyway. He does get taken down. And that's a nice round out of LA Dweebs.
Yeah, nice round of LA Dweebs. Atlanta Dazed trying their hardest to, get that retake coming on through. Orbit looked very, very close to getting that defuse, but Elite Drew able to sniff that one out. And a great response by them, working off the map control that they had, getting that first pick, and both teams, doing a good job with that man advantage.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. We're getting ourselves into a round 3. It's completely tied up, exactly what we expected, basically, between these two teams. But we are going to see this bomb get a little bit of a delayed pickup. That's a strategy, definitely not an accident, as they're going to go towards this B bomb site here. But Gickle already going to be pushed up into this mail room right now. He's got a couple people around him. He's just kind of trying to play around. It looks like one player is going to be right above him in this top 3 area. And he's actually going to find him. He does spot him out, gets that kill. That's going to be a good pick for his team. He's actually immediately running away as Dilly thinks he's still here, but no, guess what? Gickle's playing over towards the other side, gets some help from Penguin. That's going to be 2 down for the side of Atlanta, as LA Dweeb's going to have the advantage here.
Yeah, have the advantage here, but it looks like Raccoon Dog might have been able to sneak on through. Will reveal his location there with those shots, and now he's in a bit of a precarious spot here as Brendy with the AR. But we've seen Raccoon Dog take those challenges before and win them. But Reddington doing a great job, able to pick off Elite Drew, making this the 3v2 situation. Penguin coming all the way around, making sure Raccoon Dog's down, leaving Reddington in a 1v3. Gets one. With 20 seconds left, he has put himself in a position where he can get these players off bomb if the doors are open, but he's taking some time. You see Brenny on the defuse. He's looking for the kills. He's shooting, but Brenny's tucked into the corner. He's not going to be able to kill him in time, and LA Dweebs are going to win that second round.
Yeah, I mean, good start there out of LA Dweebs, but I mean, honestly, like a good mid-round there out of Atlanta. Like, bring it back, get that bomb down, make the time go in their favor, but LA Dweebs at the end of the day cleans it up, gets it done, and, I'm loving what I'm seeing here. Both these teams are definitely playing very aggressive. It seems like they want a lot of mid-map control and everything. But I mean, look at Penguin right now. I mean, you guys 6-1 on a 5 streak.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. He's popping off in this hard point just like he did in the control, or S&D rather, just like he did in the control. But again, opting towards this A bomb site this time. Checking secret, making sure no one pushes on through. Elite Drew looking towards this outer area. Brendy again with another first blood. Elite Drew will get picked with bomb. And Dilly there with a nice 2 kills, 1 onto Brendy. Would have get a third? No. Penguin able to stop that, but he's left in a 1v2. Fortunate for him, the other 2 players are towards that B bomb site, so this will give him an opportunity to wrap it. Initially, it looked like he was going to go wrap it towards B, but he's going to spot both players. Has he spawned right? Yes, he has. Will get taken down, and Atlanta Dazed answer back.
And that's a massive kill out of Atlanta right there, because even if he gets that kill on Reddington right there, he's going to get his 7th kill, and he's going to get that glide bomb. Getting him down right there definitely prevents that, but also, I mean, you win the round. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what you want out of it, but not allowing him to get those streaks is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, no, that's massive. Just for the pacing of the map, that glide bomb can be so influential in SD, especially on a map like Berlin. I mean, you can essentially halt any push towards B if you use it in the right manner. But Atlanta Dazed doing a good job to respond there. They're opting for another A hit of their own. You see two players going to oppose them here for the Atlanta Lead Drew playing in this critical corner, but Raccoon Dog comes in here, able to gun him. Reddington gets the second. A little bit of love, like you said, double tap there for the side of the Atlanta Dazed. You see number 3, Dilly, doing a good job watching over his teammates, while the rest of the LA Dweebs trying to look on to get this replant. But 1v3 here shortly for Gickle.
Yeah, Gickle, yeah, he's got to try to get it done. He just has this MP40. He's going to spot Dilly out on the outside, but Dilly with that automaton going to get him taken down. And I mean, that was basically a perfect round out of the side of Atlanta.
Yeah, it almost felt like LGs weren't ready for that kind of aggression from the Atlanta Days because they haven't really seen it at all this entire series. But you saw Raccoon Dog just slide on through into A bomb, so he gets the pick on Elite Drew. I can't remember who the other player was in office that was able to get that pick. It might have been Reddington. But they get those first 2 picks, able to plant bomb and essentially leave LA Dweebs, kind of hopeless in a man disadvantage. But a good 2 rounds from them, and it's a matter of what can LA Dweebs do here to respond.
Yeah, it looks like LA Dweeb's going to opt towards this A side right now. They've got a couple players over there to deal with, but they're playing kind of passive on that bridge, just kind of watching. But this time it could maybe get them a little bit of the back foot, but never mind, because Dilly going to get a nice first blood there. Raccoon Dog going to immediately push in. He's going to maybe spot that bomb down. It doesn't look like he actually saw it, but it is down in that A site area. He's going to be behind Gickle. He's going to take him down. Now it's a 2v4 situation in favor of the side of Atlanta. He's going to actually spot out Penguin as well. He's going to inform his teammates as Brendy's going to go down on the other side of the map, and Penguin and Raccoon definitely in a crazy battle right now towards that bottom train. And somehow Penguin's going to make it out towards middle without getting spotted. And he's going to be behind a couple players, but inevitably he's going to get taken down eventually.
Yeah, it looks like a 4v1 situation. They know where he is. He's kind of hopeless. He's going to go top third, trying to get himself into a better position to, secure these kills. But, what should surely be another round for Atlanta Days. They'll be within 2 rounds of winning this map 5 and potentially taking down an LA Dweebs team that has yet to lose this entire season. Would be quite impressive. It's just a matter of you see that the change in pace. You both see Dilly there. It doesn't able to get the pick, but you see the change in pace. You saw them get so aggressive in offense, but then back up on defense. Essentially let LA go towards the A bomb site, but getting those important picks. Penguin finally taken down. But again, nice adjustments there by the Atlanta Dazed.
Yeah, I'm loving what we're seeing out of Atlanta Dazed right now. It feels like they definitely want to win this one bad. There's definitely a lot of passion in this game. We've seen a couple extra few rounds maybe going through the map. People just trying to make sure they get those cross map shots. You get FMJ on, you shoot through a couple buildings. Yeah, I mean, going through the ground might be a little bit difficult way to do that, but they're definitely trying.
They're definitely trying, but what can the LA Dweebs do to respond here is going to be interesting. Last time they kind of got bullied out of A site. I wonder if they're going to change their approach. It looks like they're only going to send 1 player, that being Penguin, to this A bomb site. But Atlanta Dazed blind counter this. They're going to hit towards B orbit once again with the first. But looks like every single round has been a first plus for Atlanta Dazed. Reddington able to get the second one to kick. Unfortunately, he prones, and that opens up the B bomb site here for the Atlanta Dazed.
Yeah, now you've got a nightmare scenario for the side of LA Dweebs. You got to retake B site with the bomb down, completed to Atlanta's advantage, and you only have 2 guys to get it done. They're going to slowly push towards that mailroom side, but Raccoon Dog, that guy you want to see on the map as he wins that 1v1. Elite Drew going to get taken down swiftly as well, and Atlanta's up 5-2. I mean, it's definitely do or die. The winner of this goes to the championship, and it's starting to look like it's going to be Atlanta Dazed.
Yeah, they're 1 round away, and they can feel, they can taste that blood. They can see that LA Dweebs, they're human. That they haven't been playing, all that well here in this S&D. They've been doing a great job of getting those first picks and then working with that man advantage. They've essentially been reading the LA Dweebs this entire map, and for the LA Dweebs, your backs up against the wall. This is, the end of the season potentially for you if you're unable to get this one done here. But they're going to opt towards this A bomb site, or rather 2 players are going to progress, while the player with bomb, Gickle, going to sit in P2, wait to see what they can garner. But Elite are able to get that first blood.
Yeah, and right away we're going to see Dweebs here kind of finally having a round for the first time what feels like forever, where they have a slight advantage, but immediately Reddington going to answer back with the kill on Penguin. This bomb is completely nowhere near his teammates right now. It's that number 5 player, which is going to be Gickle, trying to maybe push B side. It looks like they're trying to play for a pick or something, but Atlanta Dazed, kind of just taking it easy, waiting for them to push in. And the LA Dweeb squad looks like they want to get some aggression towards A, but they're going towards B with the bomb by himself. That's going to be Gickle. He's going to get 1 player weak on these barrels. He's going to take him down while getting shot at from top fire. And now LA Dweebs kind of in the driver's seat here, but they've got no help as that player over on the bomb is going to get pushed. But Elite Drew going to pick up a nice kill on Dilly. The bomb planter is going to get pushed out by Reddington, but I mean, LA Dweebs wins that round. I love it.
Yeah, it was extremely unconventional
That's it.
with how spread across the map they were. But great plays by Gecko here. I mean, he did a good job playing around, P2, waiting for the right moment to reveal himself. Able to get that first pick onto a player, I believe it was Orbit, there by Dice, and then getting the second player on bomb. Essentially, is what won that round, and it was a good response there. Stops any streaks out of Atlanta Days coming on through. But again, they're going to have to do that 3 more times if they want to win this one.
Yeah, and right now we are going to see this side of Atlanta playing towards this B site right now. LA Dweebs has one player, Gickle, pushing into the middle of mailroom, does get taken down right away by Raccoon Duck. Now, player advantage does go in the favor of the side of Atlanta. But this B-bomb site, there's going to be Brendy in here waiting with this MP40. But the side of Atlanta playing a little passive. They know they've got the numbers advantage. They can take it a little bit easy. The side of Atlanta now starting to move on this player in B-bomb site. Brendy does end up going down. Now, Raccoon Dog going to be behind one player in mid-tank, but Dilly's going to take down two because why not? Now, Penguin by himself in a 1v4.
Yeah, 1v4. This is for their season's life. This is their opportunity to book their ticket to the championship. And lo and behold, he's got 4 players in Atlanta Days to fight through. What has been a great season for the LA Dweebs. They've been undefeated thus far. And it's up to Penguin to continue to make that dream alive. He will spot one player, unable to take him down, and now his location has been revealed. You see the Atlanta Dazed looking for him. One should get him. Renton does. And there you have it. Atlanta Dazed with that map 5 win 6-3 will win the series 3-2 and advance to your silver championship.
Yeah, they get to play against a red hot